Hello, we are on scene with the most intellectual game developer in the whole entire world, Ellen Jing, the creator of Sloths.
Thank you for having me today.
Of course, you are a sensation. If you don't mind, shall we get right into it?
Yes.
Alright, so first off, can you describe the backstory of the game and the conflict at hand?
Basically, the game is about the Hogs, a farming family of 5 hedgehogs who adopt an evil baby sloth named Sloth from the BSC or Baby Sloth Company. Things get out of hand from there when Sloth kidnaps the Hogs' kids to threaten Mr. Hedgy Hogs to give his land to the company. The whole objective of the game is to defeat the baby sloths and rescue the kids that are being held hostage at the top floor of the company without giving up the land.
Wow, that's a creative backstory. So the hedgehog is determined not to give up and just fight for his kids?
Yes, it is called Hedgeville Pride.
Then when the player begins the game, will it take the player through the backstory before starting the level?
Well, it depends. The game begins with a title screen that gives the player the option whether they would like to play the tutorial first or go straight into the gameplay. The tutorial will have the backstory, walking the player through the whole storyline of the kidnapping, as well as introducing them to the weapons and the characters.
Okay, so you said that the player will be dealing with weapons. Can you describe what weapons the player as well as the sloths will have? And are there any power-ups or health or energy that the public must know?
Well, because the hedgehog family are farmers, the weapons are farming tools. Level 1, the demoed level, has a hoe and a crossbow. As the levels get more difficult to complete, more weapons will be available for the character to use to fight the sloths, but this is information that we're not supposed to disclose until the release of the game. For health and energy power-ups, the player will power up each time it eats an egg, which they can obtain as they fight the sloths. This gives them the ability to strike with greater strength, defeating the sloth in 2 hits rather than normal 4 hits. The sloth also has a power-up when it eats the decorative plants on each floor of the building. The player can prevent this by eating the plants themselves, which will also give them the brief period of being unharmed by the sloths. However, the plants take a much longer time to eat than the eggs, and it will be pretty difficult since sloths are still coming to the Just for the audience's basic understanding of the game mechanics, the hedgehog's crossbow has a stronger blow on the sloths than the hoe, which is a weaker and close-range weapon. Opposite from the player, the sloths have greater blows to the hedgehog with their oak swords, used for close combat, and has weaker blows to the character with their spitball bamboo sticks.
Wow, that's pretty unique weaponry. Do the weapons have an ammo limit?
There is no ammo limit, but the long-range weapons do have a reloading duration, which is about 2 or 3 seconds.
Now, can you describe what each level will look like and how the player will know they completed the level?
Yeah. So the game takes place in the Baby Sloth Company building. So we decided that it would be a good idea to make each floor of the company a new level. Starting from the lobby and then all the way to the top floor where the baby hedgehogs are held captive. Each level will have the player trying to defeat all the waves of sloths on each floor, and some who may come through the elevators or stairs. Once the player completes the level, they will be pointed to the safe elevator that takes them up to the next floor, which is the next level.
Wow, that's very unique. Well, those were all the questions I prepared today. Thank you so much for your time and coming all the way to Brea for this interview. Is there anything else that you would want to say to your viewers?
Sloths will be a very fun and interesting game with pretty realistic elements, so I believe that it will be very popular among the young and the old.
Well, that concludes our interview with Ellen Jing, the creator of Sloths. Thank you for watching.